Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to another end of the month haul for April 2017. Um, Ken, this is the films that I picked up. I actually was just about to record this, and I got several packages today, and I really want to show them off this group. So I'm gonna add it. I know it's May 1st, whatever. But I wanted to show them off in this grouping, so then I can put them in the on the shelving and everything later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this in three parts. The first part I'm going to do is my DVD haul. The films that I picked up all on DVD. The second part I will do the Blu-ray haul for all the films I picked up on Blu-ray, and if I have time, I will show off the third in maybe in the Blu-ray section if I have time. If not, I might do a whole new video on the packages that I got. It does contain a couple Blu-rays and a DVD, but a nice box set. And if you know the box set I'm talking about, you will. I will do a kind of like an unveiling or unboxing or whatever on that box set. So, without further ado, we'll do the DVDs first. The Blu-rays, maybe I can get this in two parts. That's what I'm hoping to do. Well, we'll see. But I'm already thirsty. Great shit. Love Kickstart. Especially orange. This is my fave. Alright, DVD section. First film I picked up at a pawn shop. I don't know anything about it. It's got Bill Moseley in it and Sid Haig. If anybody's seen it, let me know. But it's called A Dead Calling. Pretty cool little shiny cover art there. If anybody's seen that movie, please let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Next I picked up is an anime film. I thought it was going to be mostly like an Aliens ripoff type thing. It looked cool, but I found out it's a hentai type movie. I don't own any hentai movies, so this was the first. Yeah, I did a review on this on Body Bags. Movie was fun, but I'm not into the whole, giant penises invading women in different orifices and tentacles everywhere. But it was a cool story, and that's called Alien from the Darkness. Just by the cover alone, looks pretty sick. This does have English and Japanese. So I watched it in English so I know what was going on, so I can watch it. I started watching it in Japanese. Holy crap. It's kind of annoying with all the little cheep 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 type weird high-pitched speaking and everything. But I did like it in watching it in English. So yeah, there's this little muskrat thing that loves to hide out in this girl's cleavage. Oh, that was annoying. But for a movie, it was actually decent to watch. If you eliminate the giant alien dicks and tentacles and just left it alone, you could have had a lot better film. But again, this was actually fun to watch. I would probably watch it again. The monster looked pretty cool for an anime movie. So yeah, Alien from the Darkness. So if you're into that, definitely recommend grabbing that kind of stuff. Next is a Blind Buy. I've always wanted to check it out. It's got William Dafoe, and it's supposed to be going after a serial killer. And of course, I end up getting the Blockbuster exclusive, so I'm kind of happy on that because Blockbuster's not around anymore. And that's called Animorph. If anybody's seen this movie, please let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. I love William Dafoe. I love his acting, so had to pick it up, especially if he's after an interesting serial killer. When he kills people, he turns them into like almost bodies of art, and it's kind of hard to interpret what his next move is. So yeah, Animorph. I'd like to check that one out. Next is from Mondo, the only Mondo movie in a black case. And I hate these fucking stickers on top. So I have to go out and buy a red case movie. And then just switch it out for a red case. I don't know why I'm bothering right now because I'm going to switch out the case. And that is called S-Wang. I found it on eBay pretty cheap. So of course I grabbed it because I heard a lot of people talking about this movie. How much fun it is to watch. How good of a story it is. So I can't wait to pop that in. I know a lot of people said it's good, so yeah, if you've seen it, let me know. I can't believe I found this at a used secondhand store up in Syracuse, New York, called Soundgarden. Love going there. They got great music, great movie selection. This was $3.99. This DVD is out of print. The Blu-ray is out of print too because it's a Twilight Time. You know how Twilight Time is. But I'm just happy to get the DVD. And that is The Believers with Charlie Sheen there. I think that's Charlie Sheen. Yeah. Martin Sheen. Well, that's one of the Sheens. But yeah, The Believers. Glad to have this in the collection now. So I'm happy. Next, of course, is another serial killer type movie, and that is The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington and Andrew Jolie. I found this for $1 at a pawn shop. I said, why not? I always wanted to check it out. I've heard some good things about it. So yeah, The Bone Collector. Another pawn shop pickup. I don't know anything about this movie. I got it for $1. And that's called Cold and Dark. If anybody's seen this movie, let me know. It looks like maybe a vampire type movie where a cop goes bad, then he gets resurrected. I don't know. It's got some weird thing on the back. This was an old used rental, but for $1, can't beat it. I wasted $1. I don't care. So Cold and Dark. If anybody's seen Cold and Dark, let me know. I don't know if there's anybody big in this movie. I don't know. All right, let's go on the next one. The next I picked up is a documentary. I was actually intrigued on it because it's based on a horror host. His name is Bob Wilkins. I think this is near... I don't know exactly where these TV shows were aired. Oh, it's supposed to be near Northern California. So if you're in the California area, you're into the old stuff, this is called The Complete Bob Wilkins Creature Features. This was actually pretty neat. I watched it last night, and pretty much it's him doing his hosting. Underneath, it shows all the films that he showed during his time split between 1966 to all 1981. And then the side has his interviews when you're watching it, and on the other side are showing old posters, which I thought was pretty cool, of the movies that he reviewed. And I was like, I'm going to have a game with this. So when they would show some of the movie, I would try to guess the name of the title that was appearing. I thought that was fun. My only gripe on this is the packaging. It's this short, thin cardboard deal. So if this got ruined, the whole thing is done. Whereas a case, as long as the artwork's fine, you can switch out the case. Where this one is not. But it's got a cool little... Creature Feature Fan Club limited member here if you're up there. It's got a certificate in the back. So this was pretty neat. I liked it. It was a fun little watch. It runs 87 minutes. It's got interviews with Christopher Lee, John Carradine, Donald Sutherland, John Belushi, John Landis, William Marshall. One with not Bela. It was Boris Karloff before he passed away. He got a chance to interview him several days before he got really sick. So that was cool seeing all the interviews. So yeah, this is the complete Bob Wilkins Creature Features. Yeah, that was a fun watch. Thirsty. Sorry. I got some Asian horror, and that is called The Dark Tales of Japan. Don't know anything about this. This is an anthology. It's got 5 or 6 shorts. 5 movies. And I can't wait to get this one to watch. I love Asian horror as well. I'm getting more into that. The more weird and obscure, you know how they are. So if you've seen Dark Tales of Japan, let me know. It's an anthology there. Came in from BloodyBill.com. This is a Billy Pond short film called Dowboy. Oops. Dowboy. It's a short slasher. I think this runs 30-something minutes. But I got it autographed from him from ordering another movie from his. So I can't wait to get this one to watch. This looks pretty cool looking. I love the way the killer looks there. So that's Dowboy. Next is from the History Channel. That's another documentary, and that is called Frankenstein, The Real Story. This one has 3 stories, over 2.5 hours of content from the History Channel. It's got In Search of the Real Frankenstein, Frankenstein, It's Alive, The True Story of Frankenstein. So you got a whole bunch of stories based on the History Channel. This was like only $5 on Amazon, so of course... like, why not? I don't have anything from the History Channel in my horror collection. And sometimes with the History Channel stuff, it goes out of print and it gets hard to find. So I'm like, let me grab it. If it sucks, I only wasted $5. Picked up another Goosebumps that I don't own, and that is Return of the Mummy. So some of these Goosebumps shows are actually not bad to watch. So give that one a watch. More documentary on H.H. Holmes. This is supposedly the first documented real serial killer. I heard they're making a movie based on him, where he had like a hotel and he was bringing in stragglers, homeless people, people that don't have any, and he has like a whole torture dungeon in his home. So I was starting to collect serial killer documentaries. Everyone recommended me this one, so I found it on eBay pretty cheap. Amazon has it pretty high, but eBay had it cheap, so I grabbed it for H.H. Holmes, America's first real serial killer. There's probably more out there, but I think he is the first documented. Got another documentary. I've been picking up some documentaries, and this one I think is more of a trailer compilation as well. But just because it's Hammer, Fanex Files Hammer Films presents. This one has in person Christopher Lee, Freddie Francis, Ingrid Pitt, Val Guest, Jimmy Sangster, Carolina Marino, Veronica Carlson, and more. It's got a big list of other different interviewers and everything. This one is held in Baltimore from 1984 through 2004. So it's kind of like a horror documentary at a convention too. It's kind of neat. So this was cheap online, so I picked it up. So if anybody's seen Hammer Films by Fanex Files, let me know. I can't wait to watch that. Got a little Chuck Norris in the collection. And I'm not talking about that one slasher he's in, but this one's called Hellbound. This is actually fun to watch. Chuck Norris is after pretty much a Satanistic. People are killing people, ripping out people's hearts. And he travels to, I want to say, near Saudi Arabia or something. And he has to go out to figure out this staff. And of course, someone's murdering other people. It was actually fun. This was from the 90s from Canon. You know how Canon put out their movies. But it was goofy. It was fun. Had some good kills to it. Good old Chuck Norris. Yeah. Got In Dreams, psychological horror. I just did a review on this on Body Bags. So if you want to check out the Body Bags channel, let me know what your thoughts on it. Love to hear your thoughts. This movie was fun. For my horror block, I got In the House of Flies. This is from Black Fawn Distribution. Don't know anything about it, but from the horror block, why not? Next, from out of print, I've got this on eBay pretty cheap, and that is King Kong Lives. I have all the other King Kong movies except for this one, so I'm finally happy to have this one in the collection. Yes, that's from the 80s. Vinnie Jones and Legend of the Bog. This actually is an Italian. This one is a Irish horror film. Wasn't bad. Pretty much everyone's stuck in this swamp, and they all meet each other, and they all have a past. So now they have to figure out this bog monster rises, and the bog monster is like just a giant ogre human dude. He is revived from the bog, and he goes after revenge on these people. There's a past on him. It was actually a fun watch. Nothing special. There's no real good gore. There's nothing. The guy is just normal looking. But yeah, Legend of the Bog from Vinnie Jones. I like Vinnie Jones. I think he's a good actor. He's kind of corny. From watching one of Mood 616's Shelf by Shelf, he has said to me, he goes, he probably owns this movie. And at the time, I didn't. But I had it on a DVD-R, kind of, it's not a physical burn copy, but a chippy, crappy thing I think I had. But I went out and bought it to prove now I do have it, and that is Night Feeders. This movie is a lot of fun. The CGI is pretty bad. There's the CGI'd aliens. But the rest of it is a fun watch. It's pretty much rednecks versus aliens. They're on a hunting trip, and of course, people are starting to get killed by these weird alien-looking things. This was a lot of fun to watch. If you can get past the CGI, you're good to go. I recommend this. Check it out for sure. Yeah, Night Feeders. And also from my horror block, I did get Puppet Master 3. I'm probably gonna upgrade this to DVD to Blu-ray, so I might give that to my father-in-law because I know he likes some of the Puppet Master movies. Next for the DVDs, we got Toxic Zombies. Finally got this off the wish list. Was going out of print, I think, and they had a cheap version on Amazon Prime, so I snagged it really quick. This is one of the video nasties. Pretty much they're spraying weed. There's weed crops. These farmers were out there harvesting the weed. The crop dusting goes wrong and turns these people into cannibalistic cannibals, zombies, or something similar to that. I remember seeing this late at night, and I had to go to bed when I was a kid because I remember the crop duster dusting people, turning them into these white ghostly things. Always forgot what the movie was called, and finally now I have a copy of Toxic Zombies, so I'm very happy to have that. Now, last for my DVDs, this one is a weird, I don't know what the fuck it is. I got this at a pawn shop for $1. It's from Rag and Bone Productions. So, just by watching it, it looks like a very low budget film, and it's called White Zombie. Okay, we all know White Zombie. We all know the Bela Lugosi story, and we all know White Zombie, the singer, the band. This one is more of a weird type of movie. Look at that disc. I have no clue what that was. I actually had to put this in the player to make sure that I paid for was this movie, and it is. The sound is very off. When you play it, it's got a weird humming noise. Driving me nuts, but then it went to normal. It looks like it has to do with voodoo and witchcraft, so I said, why not? It's $1. So if anybody's seen this version of White Zombie from Bag and Bone Productions, I have never heard of that company, anything like that. Again, I paid $1 for this. Rag and Bone. Just his cover art just looks weird itself, too. It's like he's got a giant wad of dirty tissues on his head. So yeah, if you've seen this White Zombie, let me know. I'll probably have to give it a watch. Alright guys, that is part 1 of my DVDs. I'll get into the Blu-ray soon, so please let me know your thoughts down below, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thanks guys for watching, and please check out the rest. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, and like down below as well. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Peace.